today I'm going to show you how to make a patriotic bow using the Bowdabra. I'm going to make a wreath bow to go on this wreath. So we're going to use the Bowdabra to make this bow today. This is the plastic piece, and then there's this little wand tool. The board is something that my husband made just to make it a little easier for me and make it more stable. The board measures 20 inches by 9, and he just took the plastic part of the Bowdabra and drilled some holes in it, and then screwed the plastic piece down to the board. And then I put these markings so I could measure if I want to make an 8-inch bow, 12-inch bow, or a 16. And then I also just used a magic or permanent marker and put those numbers on the back. This you can buy from Walmart. We used to sell this on Trendy Tree, but we can't compete with Walmart, so you can buy one of these at Walmart. So the first thing you're going to do, we're not going to make a huge bow for this wreath. We're going to make about a 12-inch bow with tails. So I'm gonna cut my tails and let them hang down about 16 inches, and I can always make them shorter if I need to, but that's what I'm going to start with. This is a great ribbon. It has nice texture. It's a natural, it kind of has a faded denim look. So that's going to be my tails, and I'm going to need a chenille stem or a zip tie. I like to use a zip tie because it holds everything a little bit better. And I'm just going to go ahead and lay my zip tie in. And I'm going to take my tails and catch it in the center, and I'm going to put it down in the Bowdabra, face side up. I'm just going to pull those tails down out of the way. And then I'm ready to start with my ribbon. Now I'm just going to let this is a 2.5-inch ribbon that has 10 yards on this roll. Just going to let that fall off in the floor. And then I'm going to take the ribbon and just slide it down the center of the Bowdabra, and I'm going to leave 3 or 4 inches on this end. And then I have the ribbon face up, so I'm going to twist it. I'm going to make my bow about 12 inches, so I'm going to come out to my 12-inch mark on my side over here. I'm going to make a loop. Keeping the loops even is one of the hardest things about making a bow for me. I'm going to twist. I'm going to make another loop. Bring it back to the center. Just keep it kind of, and you can always take this little tool and scrunch down that center when it gets a little thick. Most of the tutorials that you see using the Bowdabra from the Bowdabra maker, they use very sheer, thin ribbons. So it's a little bit different when you're using a bulkier wire edge ribbon. It's not quite as easy, I guess, as it looks on some of the tutorials. Burlap ribbons especially. So now I have 2 loops on each side. I'm going to go ahead and make a third one. Just remember, when you push that down, to twist. You want that loop to be right side up. So I have 3 loops on each side. I think I'll go one more. And this will be my 4th loop on the other side. Okay, so now I'm ready to end off my ribbon. So I'm going to need to make one more small loop for the very center. So I'm going to twist again and come over and make just a couple of inches there, just so I'll have a center loop. Now at this point, I'm going to scrunch that down again, and I'm going to end off my ribbon. I'm going to leave it with just a couple of inches on this side. We'll have to cut this off later, but for right now, I'm just going to leave it like that. So now I have 4 loops, excuse me, on each side, and I'm building my ribbon from the bottom up, and I have my tails. So I have my zip tie that I'm going to use to secure it with. So I'm going to very gently pull all of my pieces up and ease them out of the Bowdabra. Really, you didn't have to put the zip tie down there to start with. You can always do it at this point. But you want to keep everything stacked up. So I'm going to lay the zip tie down and bring it around to the back. And secure that before I go any further. I'm going to pull that tight. Now, before I tighten it all the way down, I'm going to take a chenille stem. The blue one. I'm going to take a chenille stem and thread under that zip tie because that's what I will use to secure my bow to the wreath. So now I'm ready to pull that zip tie tight. I've got it on the bottom. Pull it tight. Take my wire cutters and cut off the end of that zip tie. So now you've got your bow and you've got your chenille stem to secure it with. I'm just going to twist that a time or two. So now you're ready to take your bow and fluff it out. Now, remember that short tail where we started? I'm going to cut it off even shorter. Because we're going to take that center loop and kind of pull that over to cover up that raw edge where we started, okay? So we have that, and you remember we had the short tail where we started. So I'm going to cut that one off also. And now you can just take your ribbon, take your bow, and kind of fluff out your pieces, fluff out your loops. Like I say, this is not a huge bow. There's really a lot going on with this wreath already. We have mesh with the red, white, and blue foil stripes. I added some faux jute flex tubing, and then we have the balls. So that's why I just wanted to use one ribbon to make a bow to go on the side. So also you want to finish off the ends of your ribbon, and I like to do that by doing a chevron cut. So you just fold the ribbon edges together like that, and then cut along that folded edge, and then when you flip it out you have kind of a fish cut tail. So there's your bow, and now you're ready to just attach it to your wreath.